Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome to part 3 of my Silver Ridge Peaks playthrough. We're just going to be going through the story as we have been and grinding through and hunting, so hope you guys enjoy. Whoops. Ho! Yeah, nice tight rack. Ticker Lake. The heart-shaped Ticker Lake attracts love-struck couples from all over Colorado and beyond. Countless proposals have taken place here over the years. I didn't even realize it was shaped like a heart, but now looking at the map, it definitely looks like a heart.
Okay, first things first. Let's make sure that the mine itself is still secure. This looks intact, at least. That's gotta be a good sign. A trail camera? I've used these for work and for hunting before. This one shouldn't be here, though. We don't want hunters so close to the mine. Grab the camera. Another trail camera. Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he poaching? Hopefully that's the last one. Pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you. I don't really understand what's going on with the cameras, but at least the entrance is secure. Let's go find his camp, shall we? It was actually Remy that called this one in. He doesn't know who Bobby Joe is, but I knew who it was as soon as Remy described him.
Oops.
That looks like his camp. Any sign of him? Rifle cartridges. That's not good news. Binoculars. Maybe he was hunting. Some snacks? Not enough to last a long trip, though. I'm seeing a pretty worrying pattern here. Take a look in the tent. That's our sign. Pick it up, would you? A journal. Maybe this'll show us why he's out here. Secret uranium mining. Government conspiracy? I'll be honest. I never credited Bobby Joe with this much imagination in high school. Replant the sign, and we're done here for now. You know what makes this extra weird? He actually has done some detective work. Enough to convince himself to camp here.
Alright. Thursday, 23/25. Definitely more signs of activity around the disused uranium mine, footprints and some superficial damage to the mine entrance. Saturday, 01:40. Decided to camp out by the mine and there's been no activity tonight. Going to stay up until dawn and we'll sleep until lunchtime. Sunday, 015. A truck just drove most of the way toward the mine. It's black with tinted windows. If I had to guess, the government are sending agents out to retrieve resources from the mine. Two guys got out and tried the entrance. They had knives but no real equipment for getting in. Were they testing the door to make sure that nobody could get in? Or are they worried about something getting out? I couldn't see if they were armed, but if they're part of something big, they're almost certainly going to have pistols. Sunday, 06:45. Follow the truck to the edge of Silver Ridge Peaks, but I'm low on fuel and have to get back to camp. Is Alan Bradley aware of this? Is he in on this? I'm going to need allies if we bring this conspiracy theory to light. But first, I need fuel and some breakfast. 18:15. If the government have kept the uranium mine going in secret, what else could they be hiding down there? I'm not leaving Silver Ridge Peaks until I find out.
The sign's back up? Great. This mine has never been a problem before, but let's not take any chances. Me and my dad have been dealing with Bobby Joe for years, but this is new. I know he's a nuisance, but I always felt sorry for him. He had a pretty tough upbringing. I don't want to call the police, but I have to. He's armed and known for making poor choices. It would appear that it's not just the neighbors that are making questionable calls today. Sometimes folks from the city will drive out here to get away from work or their personal lives or whatever happens to be bothering them. The problem is that sometimes, quite often actually, people wander into the wilderness without a clue of how to survive if things go wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. And based on a couple of phone calls I've had from the hospital today, I think that someone has made a mess and could use some help. I was going to check in on them myself, but I need to coordinate with the police on this Bobby Joe thing, and you're already really close by. Can you head over to the campgrounds nearby and check in on them? The phone calls were sporadic at best. As far as I can tell, this professional yoga and meditation expert has led a group of accountants from Denver into the wilderness on some sort of spiritual retreat. She took their cell phones away from them and had them eating wild flowers and berries. Some of them got sick and have gone directly to the hospital. I know that we're not the reason why this happened, but it could look very bad for us if anyone gets seriously hurt. I'd appreciate if you'd hustle and check it out.
Minor threat. Legends have it that the mines around here are inhabited by creatures called Tommyknockers, little figures dressed in miners' garb who commit random acts of mischief. The knocker in their name comes from the knocking on mine walls they were said to do either to warn of an impending collapse or to bring it about, depending on your attitude towards them. Go wild outside. While plans are still nascent, Silver Ridge Peaks has unparalleled potential to offer intrepid travelers a large variety of outdoor and extreme sport activities, from kayaking and rock climbing in the summer to snowboarding and skiing in the winter. In the meantime, hiking trails continue to be available to the public. The most demanding trails up into the mountains tend to be accessible from late spring to September, but some at lower elevations are open year round.
Bagging a Rocky Mountain goat is a challenge even for experienced hunters. Like bighorn sheep, they tend to stick to mountain faces above the timberline where they're difficult to pick off. Try scouting them when they graze the meadows during the daytime.
Alright, we're just gonna assume it's just those two. A nice silver. I'm really hoping if he's bronze, that'd be awesome. Nope, he's silver, so don't count.
That's weird. I I expected a lot more activity here. They said they were bringing 20 people. Where is everyone? Is the leader in her tent? She goes by Jem. Jem Botten. Can you hear the phones ringing? I guess we know where she hid them then. The accountants have left. I'm going to send someone to make sure they got back to their cars safely. This is an absolute disaster. A bunch of poisoned accountants and a lone woman climbing a non-specific mountain. Next time someone tries to run a retreat out here, I'm gonna make them hire a professional guide. She's expecting the others to meet her at the top of a mountain? Which one?
This is exactly the sort of thing I find myself fighting uphill against. It's hard to get going when stuff like this keeps... Okay, first things first. We need to figure out where Bodden's gone. I'll try to reach some of the accountants back at the hospital. Maybe they can help. I get the distinct feeling that she hasn't packed hiking boots or proper equipment for a climb. Maybe she'll turn back soon. I'll let you know if I hear anything, okay?
Note left for Baden. Jem, we're going back to Denver. We have left some food for you. Please call the warden when you find this so he can take care of you. You shouldn't be out here alone. We're all too sick to go looking for you. Please bring our phones back to the office ASAP. Patrice. Note left by Baden. I'm sorry that we had this disagreement. To remedy this, I'm going to lead our next yoga session at the top of the mountain that we spoke about yesterday. Make sure you bring the map with the markings. Once you get back, grab your yoga mats and join
Today
me.
continues to throw up challenges for us. I have another job for you, and this one is urgent. We received a call from one of our neighbors, Norman, asking if we'd seen his dad, a longtime friend of the reserve. Apparently he's gone missing and he's taken all the family camping supplies with him. Around the same time, 2 hikers reported to us that they spotted a single old man laden down with gear, heading into a part of the reserve that is known for its bears. When they asked him if he needed any help, he politely declined and kept walking. Their description matches old Ted perfectly. Short white hair, green rain slicker, and brown leather boots. No gun. I'm trying to get a hold of Norman, but he said that he'd make some more calls just in case Teddy's gone to visit friends. I'm just getting his voicemail at the moment. While I sort this out, can you head over to where the hikers saw him and try to follow old Teddy's trail? He knows his way around here, so I have no idea why he'd wander into bear country. That's the place. You found where the hikers spotted him. That's good news. Listen, I got a hold of Norman and he's on his way out here. But he's a couple of hours drive away. I told him that we were looking for his dad. Norman's really worried. He thinks that Ted has had a breakdown. Ted's wife, Jeannie, died a couple of weeks ago, and since the funeral, Ted hasn't been himself. The family were giving him as much space as they could, but now they're worried that he's fully isolated himself and he's made some bad decisions that have led him here. Norman took a trip to visit him, but when he arrived, Ted was gone and so was his car. Norman remembers his dad saying that he proposed to Jeannie during a trip to Silver Ridge Peaks 45 years ago. That whole region is a beautiful valley, but nobody goes out there unarmed while the bears are roaming around. It might be a long shot, but can you gear up with whatever you need and head into bear country as soon as possible? If Ted's looking for where he proposed almost a half a century ago, I just hope he finds it before the bears find him. I'll mark the beauty spot on your GPS. Be careful in those parts. Keep your rifle handy at all times.
thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I do post Call of the Wild videos every other day, so you'll get to see them every other day, give or take. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Good times.